barn is no ordinary venue for the production of a symphony, but Grey County's Michael Schmidt is no ordinary dairy farmer. Kirk Scott takes a look at the many sides of Michael Schmidt, going back a year and a half to when he was in a battle with health officials over the marketing of unpasteurized dairy products.
It's cheese-making day at the farm store in Glen Elk Township. The store sells organically grown produce. The dairy products on the shelves are made with unpasteurized milk, but it's against the law to sell such products. Health unit officials seized about $800 worth of the goods and ordered the store to stop. The raw material comes from the farm of store owners Michael and Dorothea Schmidt. It is legal for producers to drink their own unpasteurized milk, but it can't be sold. The Schmidts say there's a growing demand for unpasteurized products. Their customers pay a lease fee and in effect are acquiring products they already own. Raw milk is a proven cause of tuberculosis and other diseases caused by bacteria. Schmidt insists as long as the processing facilities are kept clean, there's no danger. Schmidt sees it as an issue of freedom of choice for his customers and doesn't intend to stop. Charged or not?
Charged or not.
And if convicted, fine, jail?
I will go to jail. I have no hesitance.
A weekend in August, over a year later, finds Michael Schmidt conducting the Kitchener-Waterloo Symphony Orchestra and Chamber Choir in a production of Haydn's Creation in his barn. In the production, he included a Toronto-based native drumming troupe. Schmidt never went to jail, but he was charged, convicted, and fined under the Ontario Health Act for marketing unpasteurized dairy products. So by day, a controversial dairy farmer, by night, an accomplished musician and conductor. Schmidt's dispute with health officials got him to thinking about the nature of controversy and the lack of understanding between individuals and cultures. Schmidt believes culture, especially music, can go a long way to bridging the gap of misunderstanding. And he sees a connection between the plight of the modern farmer and the historical plight of the first people of North America.
The people who are caring for the land are driven away. And what is happening, the cutting off the foundation of society, that is how I see the whole situation. You cut off the base of society and there's no touch anymore to the ground. And as I said it before, many, many times, if you want to look at the state of a certain country, look at the state of the soil.
The Council Fire and Drum Troupe performed a native version of Creation interspersed with explanatory narration. And Haydn's Creation is the Christian version taken from the Bible.
Now, can we count from the beginning? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Rehearsal
9,
time was limited. Schmidt explains the production is an effort to promote greater understanding between the two cultures by bringing them together in a cultural endeavor.
Where's the differences between the natives and the Western culture? So somewhere we touch each other, and that is in the beginning. So to get these different views, but with that common ground we have, that somewhere the world had started. And just putting it side by side without judging it eventually helps us to get an understanding what their culture is all about and our culture is all about. And maybe it is not so far apart than we think.
The musicians believe in the concept.
Like the Haydn Creation is the biblical account of, deals with, it's a description of the biblical account of creation. And we're just kind of fusing that in with the native Aboriginal kind of account.
And finding out how they musically can portray the story of creation, and to compare that to Haydn's version will be, it's very unique. I'm not sure if anybody else could have thought of it.
Schmidt put on the production at his own expense, paying all performers, including the natives, professional musicians' rates. He had 31 orchestra members, 31 choristers, and 10 in the native troupe. His budget was $15,000. So, why did Michael Schmidt take it upon himself to do this?
I don't know. But one thing, and now I'm connecting to the whole milk thing, you know. do you know what bugged me most with the whole milk issue? That you're standing with health officials on this side and we on this side, and we have no possibility to connect each other and admit that there are possibilities there and possibilities there. So already here is no possibility of creating an understanding of each other. There are always interests, and there's nobody willing to give up, you know. And I don't know, it is...
You're including yourself in that a bit, Michael.
Well, because I'm not perfect. I think I have to admit that I'm not perfect.
Nor is anyone, but we've got to start somewhere to reach a common ground, according to Schmidt, and it's got to start at the grassroots level.
That we all responsible. Doesn't matter if we white, if we red, green, or yellow, that we all responsible for our common culture.
People packed the barn for the two performances. The limited rehearsal time meant the orchestra and choir and native drummers were together on stage for the first time at the actual performance. Schmidt said he himself wasn't sure exactly what would happen. He only hoped a few people came away with the message he was hoping to get across. And by all accounts, he was successful.
The astonishing response that the native group got from this mixed audience, it was a most powerful message for unity and mutual understanding.
And the drummers were equally excited at the idea of bringing people together through music.
It's from the heart. So, uniting two different kinds of music that come from here, well, that's a good cause.
Michael Schmidt lost money on the performances, about $2,000, but he'd do it again. In fact, he's planning a barn production next summer of Mozart's The Magic Flute. A few days after the performance, Schmidt was able to take stock. He described himself as elated, humbled, and grateful with the results.
And I think that can give one a great encouragement to deal on different levels with the question of how can we meet each other, the native culture and the Western culture, in a peaceful way.